Thank you. Second game. Level.
So, second game
Play.
about to start. Of course, the players now in badminton get a 90-second timeout in between the first and second game. And usually the opportunity to talk to their coaches. But of course, two Malaysian players playing one another. And the national coach, Morten Frost, not getting involved at all. Yong Hock breaking the strings of his racket with that last shot. New racket required. But Mike, I mean, tactically, it was quite obvious what happened at the latter stages of that opening game. But I think perhaps the thing that impressed me was the fact that Yong Hock didn't panic.
No, he just sat back and weathered the storm, really, knowing that he had the game to beat him at the end. And I think hoping that Wong would actually crack towards the end when the pressure came on to get those last few points. Again, Wong is coming out here and attacking him from the start, which I think was inevitable that he had to start doing this again.
Over. Love 1.
So Yong Hock far end as we look down, the number 2 seed in the tournament. Wong Choong Hann, the younger of the two men and the taller of the two men as well. Nearest to us.
Over. 1-all.
Wong Choong Hann again finding those angles.
You can see that Yong Hock was just off his base there, wasn't quite centre on the court, and left his forehand side quite exposed. But that was much better. He was right on his base then, legs spread, looking for the smash.
Over.
You see coming across here to pick it up nice and early, taking it about knee to thigh height, and able to push it back quickly at Wong and cause the error.
Yes, it was that recovery after defending the smash that was just so good.
So fast.
Service over. 1-all.
When these men hit the shuttle out, it is by absolute centimetres.
Well, that's short. And easily disposed of by Wong Choong Hann.
2-1.
And that really was an example of the use of the net play, setting up the short lift.
Yes, indeed. These tumbling net shots are so hard to retrieve because you have to let the spin come out of the shuttle before you can actually hit the shuttle backwards.
2.
And if you don't, you hit the feathers first.
You hit the feathers first, and of course it's very, very hard to control the shot then.
Over. 2-1.
Wong Choong Hann just indicating that the court needs some attention there. Perspiration from the players.
Okay, thank you.
Drops down onto the court surface and it can become quite dangerous, quite slippy. Nicely done.
3-1.
Oh, took the shuttle so early at the net, Yong Hock.
Very, very quick on it. Absolute classic net shot. Racket handle high, racket head angled towards the net, and tumbling the shot over.
And that's long of the back line. And Mike, I have to say, in general terms, the rallies in this final aren't as long as either men had to cope with in the semi-finals, of course, the rally's much harder fought. Is it just a case of them knowing each other's games so well?
Yes, I think it is, Jill. These men, as you say, play each other day in, day out at the Malaysian Academy of Badminton. And they really have to start going for shots. They know that if there's just rallying, that one of them is going to make a mistake at the end of the day. So they've got to both try and take command of the rallies.
So just to prove me wrong, they have a very long, hard-fought rally.
This is a testing rally for both men. Such an array of shots being played from such different angles, using the whole court.
Over 4-1.
Well, I think as far as Wong Choong Hann is concerned, if he's to get back in this match, he's got to do more of that. That was working so well for him in the opening game, but the key, he has to get behind the shuttle quickly.
He has to get behind the shuttle quickly, hit it downwards, and then look for that loose return from his smash.
Especially down the forehand side?
Especially down that forehand side, but he needs to keep varying it, otherwise I think Yong Hock is going to start reading it again. So putting the occasional cross-court smash and even the occasional cross-court slice drop. I haven't seen many reverse slices from that corner as yet. All those things will keep Yong Hock guessing and stop him reacting early to the shuttle.
Malaysia, of course, guaranteed the gold medal here in the men's singles, and they've won the gold medal in this event on the last 2 occasions at the Commonwealth Games. Rashid Sadek winning both in Auckland and in Victoria, but not making the team this time around. And Mike, when you look at the sort of young talent they've got, it's not altogether surprising. I mean, these 2 men, really the future of Malaysian badminton.
Yes, Malaysia just seem to be producing male badminton players almost like a production line at the moment.
4.
But of course, it's fair to say that their ladies are improving at an alarmingly good rate as well.
Yes, of course, the ladies taking the silver medal in the team event.
Over 4-3.
The men taking the gold. Wonderful kill at the net. And one of the reasons Malaysia has this production line, as you call it, of male players is that it's a national sport here, isn't it, badminton?
It is very much so. And there are large financial rewards for badminton players of this standard in Malaysia. And of course, the status that they achieve within Malaysian society is quite incredible. They've always got a film star status.
Yes, that's wonderful rally from Yong Hock. And it's really as if he's beginning to take command of this match, having taken the opening game 15-10. Looking very comfortable now indeed.
We'll see the conclusion of that match later in the badminton, the men's singles. Now, first game, it's an all-Malaysian affair, but his opponent, Wong Choong Han, it's close, but he's leading in the second game, 13-12. Back to Jill Clark.
So much of sport at this level is all about the mental attitude and mental capacity.
Oh, very much so. We talk about being in the zone, and I think both these players have been in the zone quite the way through this game.
12.
Wong Choong Han gets back the lead, 13-12. Oh, incredible. He took the shuttle so early at the nets.
14, game point, 12.
Again, you can see the shot played by Yong Hock was a little bit too far from the net, and Wong pounced on it very quickly, cutting that angle away from Yong Hock.
Game point. What a rally. What composure by Yong Hock.
12, 14.
And in the end, the younger man, Wong Choong Han, just running out of patience.
But Wong had worked so hard in that ride to gain that short lift. And Yong Hock just kept his cool all the way through it, just retrieving the shuttle, waiting for Wong to make the mistake, which, unfortunately, he did. Just snatching at the smash to push it wide.
12-14. Oh, it's gone wide. But I can't believe that Yong Hock played that shot. I'm sure the drop shot from Wong was going to go wide of the court.
It certainly looked that way to me, Joe. I think Yong Hock was there, was just being utterly careful to make sure that it didn't land in, and he didn't really expect Wong to get to that net shot anyway.
Second game point. That's short. And it's 1-all. Incredible. Well, this men's singles final of the very highest quality. There, the younger man, Wong Choong Han, the 21-year-old, levels it at one game apiece by taking that second game, 15-12.
So all square, the deciding game later. Back